let me explain to you how this works. You see, the corporations finance Team America. And then Team America goes out, and the corporations sit there in their corporation buildings, and see, they're all corporation-y, and they make money.
Snow White has dropped down to the lowest rating ever.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
The IMDb score is currently sitting at 1.6. 1.6. It keeps getting lower. How low can it go? How low can it go? And I love that this is like still circulating. I mean, people are pulling up old tweets of hers, of course, saying like, this is the reason why the movie flopped is that you went against Donald Trump. And I'm going to take a different opinion. I don't think it has anything to do with it. I think it has everything to do with it being a terrible movie. Has everything to do with it being a terrible movie. Also, you made her Snow White, and you made a supermodel, the evil queen, who's obsessed with her beauty. You made a supermodel, Gal Gadot, obsessed with this woman's beauty. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Why would Gal Gadot want to look like her? Are we living in a psychotic world? What human being would look at Gal Gadot and then look at her and be like, wait, she's way prettier. Yeah, actually, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You ain't beholding nothing. You ain't beholding nothing. Also, they got rid of dwarves, and as somebody has the Derek O'Shea show, we're a big fan of dwarves. Little people. Midgets. And it couldn't have been some of her, cameos and stuff like that.
And to everyone who hates when I win.
Yeah. You're not winning, though. You're not. 1.6 is not a W in your book.
The winged victory came to the Louvre in pieces. Yeah. And people still line up to see her. And I can only hope.
Yes.
That despite my flaws, and despite my cracks and my breaks, and there are many of them.
Yes, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. And I'm going to be the first person to tell you that I'm not perfect. I'll be the first. Look at me. If there's a line of imperfection, I'll be number one. I'll be the first. And I'm not faking it right now. I'm not an actress putting on an act. I'm being authentic and real. I'm doing real stuff because when the camera gets close to me and it's just my cell phone and I get really close to the camera like this, that's when you know I'm being authentic. It strips away the barriers. There's no filter here. I'm being genuine. I'm being real.
That at every premiere and everything I do, people will wait in line to see.
Oh yeah, there was a viral video going around yesterday of her being absolutely by herself watching her own movie in a theater by herself. Nobody paid for your stupid film. I'm going on the app right now and there's still people just like not going to this film at all. Everybody talks about it. What's up, Pepe's? She got paid. She's better to have money because she's too toxic for her project. Oh, she's never going to work again. And that being said, she's totally going to work again. This is Hollywood, dude. This is Hollywood. You can literally grape somebody. You can sexually molest somebody in Hollywood and you will still find work. It's like being a teacher, like these teachers, they can literally go and sexually abuse children. And then they just move to a different district and all of a sudden they're a teacher again. And you're like, how could that be? How could this teacher get hired? And you're like, they just move districts and and they don't care. They actually don't care. They don't care. I think she'll be totally fine and she'll totally keep playing, but nobody will watch her movies because she's absolutely obnoxious. And I love narcissistic, psychopathic people like this who they'll have no self-reflection, zero self-reflection whatsoever. Empty theater is winning. I know. But apparently, the son of the guy that created this whole movie, that directed this movie, is pissed off about this. He's mad that his dad's film was absolutely trashed because of her. He is pissed. And he goes on this long rant And he said, "You really want to do this?" "Yeah, my dad, the producer of an enormous piece of Disney IP with hundreds of millions of dollars on the line, had to leave his family to fly across the country to reprimand his 20-year-old employee for dragging her personal politics into the middle of promoting a movie in which she signed a multi-million-dollar contract to get paid to do publicly for. This is called adult responsibility and accountability, and her actions clearly hurt the film's box office. Free speech does not mean you're allowed to say whatever you want in your private employment without repercussions. Tens of thousands of people worked on the film, and she hijacked the conversation for her own immature desires and the risk of colleagues and crew and blue-collar workers who depend on that movie to be successful. Narcissism is not something to be coddled with or encouraged." Dude, that is like literally the most that is the most adult comment I've ever read in my life. That was so well crafted and well worded. Did AI write that for you, dude? I mean, that was so good. I mean, she has countless videos about talking about how the old Snow White was crap and the new Snow White is better. Yeah, Dan, weird. Yeah, nothing says like I care about what I do for a living like shitting on everything that came before you. You know, there would have never been a Snow White without the previous Snow White, but of course the last Snow White sucks because we're smarter and more beautiful and more braver today than we were 10 years ago. I love that kind of narcissistic, psychotic mentality of like, you know, the people in history books, the older people like Thomas Aquinas and stuff like that, those people are stupid. People like Rachel Zegler, they're at a higher level of intelligence. Guys, Thomas Aquinas, some of these deep thinkers are idiots, you know, just idiots. I'm smart. We have TikTok. Okay? We have TikTok, so that makes us automatically smarter.